It's 11 p.m. You promise yourself, tomorrow is the day. I'm waking up at 6 a.m., drinking water, hitting the gym, reading 20 pages, and building my empire. Cut to 11:30 a.m. the next day. You're lying in bed like a paralyzed sloth, scrolling through 45-second clips of a cat playing the piano, while your life slowly burns in the background. You try to open a book or start working, but within 2 seconds, your brain feels like it's being fried in boiling oil. You scream, "Why am I so lazy? Why do I have no willpower?" Here is the truth. You don't lack willpower, Susan. Your brain isn't broken. It's just severely intoxicated by cheap dopamine. Today, we're going to look at why doing hard things feels like torture, and how we can trick our favorite crustacean, the crab, into making hard work feel as addictive as doom scrolling. In the world of crab logic, let's look at the modern crab. Inside his shell, life is a constant 24/7 carnival. He has unlimited access to high-fat snacks, endless TikTok feeds, and video games where he gets a gold medal just for pressing a button. Every time he clicks a video, eats a chip, or gets a notification, his brain dumps a massive wave of dopamine into his system. Dopamine isn't the chemical of pleasure, it's the chemical of desire and anticipation. It's the brain's way of saying, "Yes, do that again." Now, imagine asking this high dopamine crab to leave his shell, walk onto the dry sand, and pick up heavy rocks to build a shelter. Picking up rocks gives him 10 units of dopamine. Scrolling his phone gives him 1,000 units of dopamine. His brain looks at the rock, looks at the phone, and says, "Are you out of your mind? Why would I suffer for 10 units when I can sit here like a fat king and get 1,000? This is why studying, working out, or building a business feels physically painful. You aren't competing against laziness. You're competing against hyper-stimulated, cheap garbage. To understand how to fix this, we need to look at a famous neuroscience experiment conducted by Dr. Wolfram Schultz at the University of Cambridge. He placed a monkey in a room. A light would turn on, and a few seconds later, the monkey would get a squirt of delicious apple juice. At first, the monkey's brain released dopamine when it drank the juice. Makes sense, right? But as the monkey learned the pattern, something crazy happened. The dopamine spike shifted. The brain started releasing massive amounts of dopamine the moment the light turned on, before the juice even touched its mouth. This is called the dopamine prediction error. Your brain gets addicted to the expectation of the reward, not just the reward itself. When you scroll social media, you don't know which video is going to be funny. It's random. That randomness, that unpredictable light bulb, keeps your dopamine firing nonstop. When you sit down to study or do hard work, the reward is predictable and delayed. You get results in 6 months, not 6 seconds. So your brain treats hard work like a desert with no water. So how do we trick our crab brain into enjoying the hard stuff? We don't need magic, and we don't need alpha male cold showers. We need a dopamine reset. Think of your dopamine baseline like a volume knob on a stereo. If you listen to music at 100% volume all day, TikTok, video games, normal conversation, reading, studying, working, sounds dead silent. You can't hear it. If you turn the volume knob down to 5%, suddenly, even a quiet whisper becomes crystal clear. If you force the crab to sit in a blank room for 2 hours with 0 phone, 0 snacks, and 0 music,
2 hours later.
his brain gets so starved of stimulation that picking up a book suddenly feels like the most exciting thing on earth. Boredom is the ultimate reset button. When you make the environment boring enough, hard work becomes the dopamine source. Here is the exact playbook to trick your brain starting today. Rule 1. Lower the activation energy. The 2-minute shell rule. Your brain panics when it thinks about doing a 2-hour workout or writing a 10-page essay. The friction is too high. Trick it. Tell yourself, I am only going to put on my gym shoes, or I am only going to write 1 sentence. Once you overcome the initial 2 minutes of friction, momentum takes over and the brain stops fighting. Rule 2. Friction engineering. Make bad things hard. If your phone is right next to your hand, you will scroll. Put your phone in another room. Turn off notifications, or use a website blocker. Make reaching for cheap dopamine require actual physical effort. If the crab has to walk 5 miles to get a chip, he'll just stay home and eat the healthy algae. Rule 3. Bundle the dopamine. The temptation pairing. Only allow yourself to listen to your favorite podcast or album while you are working out or cleaning your room. You are pairing a high dopamine activity with a low dopamine chore, tricking your brain into anticipating the hard work. Stop letting cheap 5-second algorithms control your neurochemistry. You are a biological masterpiece, not a lab rat pressing a juice lever. Reset your baseline. Embrace 2 minutes of boredom. Step out of the comfortable, cheap dopamine shell and go build something real. If this video helped you clean your fried brain, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below saying, "Resetting my dopamine," so I know you're ready to put the phone down. Put the phone down and go do the hard thing. See ya.